Hi everybody, this is Kevin and welcome back to another anime review. And today I'd like to talk about the Black Clover anime once again, and I don't know what I'm going to title this video quite yet because last time I talked about the Elf Reincarnation arc all the way to the end of the battle against Zagred, the devil. And according to the Wikipedia page, it says it goes all the way from 94 to 157, but I disagree because after that battle and regrouping at the Clover Kingdom and dealing with Damnatia, it essentially starts the next arc, which is basically prelude, training, and filler, getting ready for the final arc. So, who knows? That'll be the title of this video anyway. So, today I'm going to talk about episodes 125 to 141, and I'm sorry the last video was sort of a jumbled mess because there was so much to talk about. And I don't even think I covered it all because I missed, Seke, who had actually rescued the king, and Longris, who was turned into an elf as well, and all sorts of other crazy stuff. But again, I just implore you, watch the series for yourself. This is just me marking out because I enjoy it so much and sort of just getting my thoughts out there in the open. But anyway, we learned, we struck a deal with Damnatio, who basically is the judge, jury, and executioner of the Clover Kingdom, and someone has to pay for all the carnage that unfolded. I mean, they can't blame Zagred, the devil, because he's God, and of course, Asta has devil abilities. We learn now that his ability isn't demon, or dark magic, or anti-magic, or whatever. He actually has a devil residing in his grimoire, who aids him in battle, which is interesting. But all in due time, we'll learn more about that. So, They tell everyone, they send a few of the Black Bulls along with Mimosa. It's the team of Asta, Noel, Finral, actually Nero as well, the bird, who can now transform into a human and bird, and Mimosa, and they all make their way to the Heart Kingdom to speak with Queen Lorapechka. And I guess I'll show you what she looks like, because I didn't really get any good pictures, so I'll just have to show you the Wikipedia pages, the Black Clover wiki. And we meet her, who basically tells them that there's the evil devil Mergicula, who has inflicted a curse on her. And I have to say, I'll have to read the manga, because I'm just watching the anime here, and I gotta say, the manga artwork is great. Dare I say, even better than the anime artwork. So, she's the princess of the Heart Kingdom, and also has a spirit, Undine. Now, there's 5 different spirits. We've met another one, Sylph, also known as Belle, who was under control of Yuno. And, well, she has this curse. They have to defeat Mergicula and the other devils of the Spade Kingdom before, time runs out, before she dies from the curse. And at this point, we learn that the big bads of the series is the Spade Kingdom. And we get this ominous picture of one of the leaders of the Spade Kingdom who wiped out everybody in the Diamond Kingdom. Now, the Diamond Kingdom, there's 4 different kingdoms consisting of the land. We have the Clover Kingdom in the middle. To the east is the Diamond Kingdom. To the west is the Heart Kingdom, and they're sort of friendly. And then there's like the strong magic region, which divides them all from the Spade Kingdom up in the north. And the one you see standing there is also a devil possessed working with the Spade Kingdom, which we'll learn about in future arcs. And from this perspective, we see it's, I believe, Magna, Luck, and Vanessa who are watching, and they can't do anything because the guy is way too powerful. So we also meet Gaja, who is like the protector of Lorapechka. And again, look at the manga drawing of the dude. He still looks badass in the anime version, but he looks even more badass in the manga. And he is a spirit guardian of the Heart Kingdom who wields true thunder magic. We've seen Luck use thunder magic before, and he's like, thunder creation magic, thunderbolt destruction. But this dude, when he uses it, he's even more badass. He goes, true thunder magic. It's like, holy shit, dude. So, even more powerful. And basically, they do a little bit of training with them. And they're like, alright, well, we have 6 months. Because we gotta train for 6 months, obviously, to have the obligatory training arc in every anime and manga. And then we're gonna launch our assault on the Spade Kingdom. Because we're too weak now. You see what happened with the Diamond Kingdom. And they don't really imply it. Because, we have friends in the Diamond Kingdom. We have Ladros, Mars, Fonzel. We don't really see what happened with them. They don't necessarily say that they're dead, but I don't know. We haven't seen them, so who knows? They could be dead. They could return, but we'll have to wait and see. So after all this is why I say there's filler. There's like 2 or 3 episodes of actual plot, and then they make their way back to the Black Bull's hideout. It turns out the hideout is in shambles because of the previous battle, so they gotta put it all back together. And you may remember from early episodes of the series, but Yami had like 3 magical beasts that he had in the basement, and they all got loose. So everyone has to go out and look for the magical beasts, and they're like these menacing like dogs, really. But they eventually come back, and there's like a heartfelt story of how Yami found them when they were all pups, and he invited them into the hideout, and it's a cute little story. That's why, according to like the filler guide, it's not filler, so I wonder if it's in the manga. These are like short little stories amongst all their training, and then you end up having like solo stories. Like I'm looking at the list of episodes here. We have To the Heart Kingdom, the Devil Mergicula, the New Magic Knights Captain Conference. So yeah, the New Magic Knights Captain Conference. I'll talk about Seke here. So, in the midst of all the chaos, the Clover King is a complete jamoke. You know, he's the king, but I don't know how. I guess because of his royal lineage. And Seke was there to save him, so he thinks Seke is like the strongest wizard of them all, and, you know, the ha-ha guy, ha-ha. And Seke's there like, you know, he's part of the green praying mantises. And he's like, help me, Captain Jack. And then Captain Jack, you know, the slicing guy, he's like, I don't even know who you are. It's so fucking hilarious, because Seke is like the ultimate jobber. So they all have their new resolve to train. And then, like, we have this multi-part episode, The Lion Awakens. So that's Leopold doing his training in the strong magic region with the volcanoes. And he's training with, well, Asta's there, too, with Noelle. And they're training with Merliona and Fuegoleon, who's back in action. Good stuff right there. Then we get the one about, so this is cool, too. So actually, they go back to previous places they've been. Everyone has their own resolve to train in different ways. We have Vanessa, who actually goes back to the witch's forest to train with her mother, and she learns new found abilities. It actually helps two witches who don't necessarily have powerful magic, but is able to use them in their own ways. Because really, Vanessa, she uses thread magic and has the cat Rouge. I mean, what good is she really? But, you know, she is pretty OP in her own right. So she helps there. Noelle makes her way back to the Seabed Temple and meets with Kyoto and Kahano. So that's cool. Everyone sort of goes back to where they've been before, which I like that. We have Gordon, who wants to learn about his his family and poison magic. I'm going to show you his family here. This is hilarious. So, you know, Gordon's the guy who looks like Marilyn Manson and talks really quiet like this. But after he got like his voice, he talks normal now. And he's like, I just want to be friends with everybody. So this is his family right here. So they make their way there, basically to figure out if they can undo a curse, you know, the devil's curse, but they don't know. They use poison curse magic. And Gordon sort of left because he thought his father was nuts because of like his experiments and whatnot, but his father, Nathan, there is like, oh son, you should have never left. You have to write to me, you know, we love you. And you have the grandma, what's her name? Neleni? Oh, what the fuck happened here? Apple TV. I have an ad blocker too. But yeah, Neleni Agripico, you know, she's like whispering away, and the mother and the little girl, they're all like talking in Gordon's creepy ass voice. It's hilarious, dude. The filler in this show is actually pretty entertaining. Most filler in anime sucks, but I will agree the filler here is awesome. So really, there's just some filler stuff. We have in Zara's footsteps. So that's Zora's father. And Zora finds training in solitude, and he's basically going back to his home village, and he sees a young boy being picked on for being a commoner. And if you know Zora's lineage, he was a commoner, and his father was actually the first Magic Knight commoner to join the Purple Orcas, rather. And he was actually murdered by his own comrades. It's a very tragic story, because he was just a hell of a guy in the few flashbacks you've seen, just a guy that wanted to do nothing but good. And so Gordon sees this commoner being bullied by two royals, and the commoner's trying his best with his magic and really not able to muster too much of it. And it turns out that, you know, the boy's father walks. It isn't a cane. It's that thing you put on your arm. He's all beat up. He's got like that thing, like almost like crutches. That's what it's called. He's got crutches on. And they just live in a little village, and basically they have a new resolve for the boy to join the Magic Knights, and some inspiration there. And Zora dispatches the evil asshole kid, you know, the royal kid, and his father, who's like, oh, you hurt my son, because apparently the kid used like forbidden magic. It was, you know, I like that, because Zora is one of my favorite characters. I sort of go back and forth with my favorite characters in the series. Like, for a while there, I was saying that Yami was, and he's definitely top tier, but I like Zora. I like the lesser characters. Like, I like Gray, I like Gordon, I like Gauche. I mean, so many likable characters. Of course, I like Asta, too. I said he's grown on me. You know, I know his voice is annoying, but he's definitely growing on me. So, you know, we have some more stuff. We have, so the Golden Family is another one. That's an episode basically with Yuno, who's very reclusive, doesn't necessarily want to be friends with anybody, and Alec Dora, who is not the vice captain because Longris is the vice captain, but Alec Dora is ashamed because he was taken over by an elf and sort of feels regret in the pain that he caused to his comrades, and they all sort of have a get together and make Yuno feel better, and you know, they all hug it out in the end. It's a cute little scene with Klaus and Mimosa, and even William Vengeance, who, you know, was wearing the mask for so long, you know, to cover his face because he has all these burns and he looks like a monster almost. But now he's walking around without wearing the mask and is like, you know, this is just the way it is. You know, let's show our scars and who we really are. So some great messages there. I'm gonna leave it here with this video. In the next review of Black Clover, I'll be talking about the Devil Banishers filler arc, and then after that we'll be talking about the final arc. So stay tuned for those reviews, and thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.